All right, welcome everybody. This is our Fast Track call. It is Monday, November 18th, and I am back. Excited to be back here with everybody and excited to talk about, we're almost at the end of this book, chapter 14, taking care of you along the way. So this whole book, Get Over Your Damn Self, Romy has been telling us, you know, you just got to get out there, you got to do the work, you got to just all out massive action, blah, 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 blah. So she starts this chapter saying, okay, now you're going to think I'm crazy here, but in the midst of all this activity and action that you need to go to build your business, you need to just take time out for you. And she even says, you know, somebody has told her that she needed to do that because she worked full-time, had kids, and is building this multi-million-dollar business that she decided she wanted to do to get out of her corporate job. She said she would have just laughed her head off like, yeah, right. When am I going to have time for me in between everything else I've got going on in my life? And I think everybody feels busy and everybody would kind of roll their eyes and say, yeah, like I'm supposed to go, you know, meditate for 2 hours a day. That ain't going to happen. But I love what she says about when you take care of yourself, it's going to actually help your business. And I'll just throw my little spin in here too. Everybody's busy, right? You know, anybody that's not, well, I know my husband. He's very relaxed. He's the only person I know that's not like crazy busy. But he's retired, so he doesn't really count. Everybody's busy. Everybody has stress in their life. Nobody needs more of that. And if you put off the aura that you are stressed out, working yourself to the bone, never without your phone checking texts, just being a workaholic, you're not going to attract people to you because they don't need more of that. What they need to see is that you're enjoying this, having fun. Now, we know not always is it fun. There's times just to get nosed, people cancel, you know, we all have those moments. But for the most part, you will enjoy building this and helping people a lot more if you can take care of yourself along the way. So what I've been doing, I don't know if Tammy did this, I don't know if I told her to do this, is that, you know, we kind of have like this marching orders at the end of each of these calls. So I'm going to tell you your marching orders first tonight, rather than wait till the end. And that is, for each of these suggestions, I want you to pick at least one that you're going to try between now and next week to just de-stress, give yourself a little time. So this is fun. And you're enjoying yourself. And so without any more ado, she has a lot of suggestions, and I'm just going to touch on them briefly. First one is, she says, learn to say no. Hard thing for us women, right? Especially moms. But she says, you know, if there are volunteer things and baking cookies for this sale and volunteering to host this, that is, if you're serious about growing a business and you have limited time, you need to set your priorities, and things that are not helping your priorities for the time being anyway, you just have to learn to say no. So get very good at that. So there's one. So see if that's maybe something that you know you need to work on. That might be your marching orders. She talks about the shoulds. The problem with shoulds is they don't support our priorities. If they did, they wouldn't be a should. They'd be a want or a must. So that's the first thing. So learn to say no. Second one, say yes to help. And she talks about things that you can delegate. And one very successful entrepreneur in network marketing told her early on, the reason so many women have trouble, even in corporate America, really rising up, is that they're not good at delegating. We think we need to do it all to do it right, right? So things like having your husband fix dinner a couple of nights a week, having your husband put the kids to bed so you can get on calls, getting a house cleaner, do some of those things that maybe we can delegate to somebody else. And she says, even if it's not really a tax write-off, think of things like a house cleaner or a babysitter as a business expense, because that frees up time. And for you to build this, it's going to pay itself in dividends way more than the cost of a house cleaner or a babysitter, or any time that you might have to spend a little money to delegate. So say no, say yes to help. whatever that might be, to give you more time, even more time for yourself to go exercise. Doesn't have to be time to work on your business. Say yes to personal development. She talks about how that's so important to do something every single day. Listen to something, read 2 pages in a book like this or any kind of development book, but get into that habit of feeding your soul and feeding your mind, because so much of this business is between your 2 ears. Exercise, say yes to exercise. We all know the benefits, not only physical, but mental, of just relieving that kind of stress, getting up out of your chair and getting, whether it's going for a walk, going to the gym, whatever that means to you, but really make exercise. And she says, not only are we stronger physically, but we're more confident, which makes us more magnetic. We just have energy, and that energy attracts people. The next thing, say yes to downtime. So she says, in a business where we must be magnetic and patient and resilient, downtime is essential. So whether that's just sitting with a cup of tea for 15 minutes and just listening to music, reading a book, maybe not even a self-help book, but something, going for a walk, something that recharges your battery, something that you love to do. She said, and she's very emphatic that scrolling through social media is not downtime. She says that is work to us. Social media can be a big part of what we do. And if you're scrolling through Facebook, you're not getting away from your business for a few minutes or an hour or whatever you have. So she always gives her team this homework, which might be the action step you want. She says, over the next 7 days, write down every instance you find yourself with a little time on your hand and you start scrolling through social media. She says, since you're monitoring yourself, you'll probably be underreporting how much time you're actually spending, but the research might give you a clue. And I think she quoted something about people spend an average of 2 hours a day just scrolling through, which probably is true. So, downtime. Next thing she says, start your day the right way, which is before, she recommends do not use your phone as an alarm clock, because as soon as you pick this phone up to turn the alarm off, oh, somebody sent me a text. Oh, I'll check Voxer. Oh, let me see about email and Facebook. And first thing you know, you're starting your day by reacting. So she says, don't go anywhere near your phone until you have taken some time to do a few minutes, whatever you can as a morning routine, whether that's, affirmations for some people, whether it's listening to something, whether it's devotional time, studying scriptures or reading something uplifting, whether it's just sitting and thinking. She says she likes to, the very first thing she does in the morning before she even opens her eyes, as soon as she's awake, she immediately thinks of something she's grateful for. And then she thinks of a word that she wants to be her word for the day. And she says it's not a list of things to do. It's just something like, she gives the example of peace. So she'll be grateful, and then she'll think, okay, today I want to be peaceful. I know I have a really busy day. I'm going to do my best to just stay peaceful all day today. So even, that little 2-minute exercise in the morning of practicing gratitude for something, and then setting your intention for the day of how you want to show up that day, can be something. But whatever that is for you, that can just start your day in the right mindset before you go anywhere near that phone and start reacting to things. So I love that one. The next one is unplug. And she talks about doing this either one day a week or for a segment of a day where you are not doing your business at all. You put the phone down, you're unplugged from everything. She says all this research showing that people who take even one day a week and just say, this is my day to play, to be with my family, whatever, I'm not working today, and totally unplug, they are so much more efficient the rest of the week and happier, right? So, and then of course she says, and it's important every now and then to do what Callie's about to do and to do what I just do, which is to go on vacation, leave work behind, unplug, and really de-stress and do whatever. So she says that is really important, and it's not going to hurt your business. It will actually help your business. And interestingly enough, which I always tell myself I'm doing, she says it will set an example for your team. Your team needs to see you do it. She says your kids need to see you do this as well. They need to see you put down the phone and just concentrate like at dinner time, because you want to be the example for them, right? You don't want all your kids bringing their phone to the table and everybody texting. You need to show that you can put your stuff aside and give your total attention to your husband, to your kids, to your dog, whatever, but unplug yourself. Another one, celebrate little victories. Since we can all compare ourselves to other people and think, why aren't I moving fast enough? Why didn't this happen? Little things. That your business is a series of small victories. I got a new client, or somebody agreed to meet with me, or somebody agreed to let me send them a video, or whatever. But those little victories add up to the big ones, which help us reach our goals. So celebrate those. And we try to do that every week on our momentum call. And actually, I'm going to start doing that on this call too. Be kind to yourself. Said, don't feel like you have to be perfect. If you screw up a conversation, or you just don't feel like you said the right thing, or you meant to do something and you didn't get it done on time, be kind. Give yourself grace. We're not perfect. So sometimes everything goes well. Other times everything goes to hell. You just have to accept that that's how it is and give yourself the grace to say, hey, I'm not perfect, and that's all right. So those are all of her suggestions. I'm going to stop the recording here, and I would like to hear from each of you which one of these rings true for you that might be the one that you're going to try this week.